Good morning. It's 9:10 a.m. here in a beautiful city of Lausanne in Switzerland. We are streaming live for the Applied Machine Learning Days 2021 edition. And to kickstart the day, I hand the word to Marcel Salathé. Good morning, Marcel.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning and this afternoon. We have a super interesting day. Today, this is the third track of this year's AMLD, Clinical Machine Learning. Before we get started, I just want to share a few updates with you. So as a reminder, we have, of course, more tracks coming up. There's an open call for one of the upcoming tracks called AI and the Response to the COVID-19 Pandemic. I don't think I need to say much about this topic, unfortunately, but it is an interesting topic, and figuring out what was the role that AI provided during the COVID pandemic and continues to provide is obviously a super interesting question, and we're delighted to have this track. And I would recommend to anyone to take a look at this call for speakers. You can see all the details here. End of April is the deadline. Another two open calls. I briefly spoke about this last time. AMLD Africa is going to come up towards the end of this year. There are two calls, as usual. One a call for workshops, one a call for presentations. Also here a reminder, and you can find all the information on the AMLD website. The track after the one today is AI and sustainable energy. So also this for you to put in your agendas. Also an incredibly important topic. This is coming up on April 26 and will also be a full day track. We, of course, continue with the workshops. We had the first two. They went really well. There's a full day of workshops coming on April 27th. You have the list here. Incredibly exciting workshops: AI for digital pathology, virtual interviewer, AI projects in medicine, forecasting epileptic seizures, and the more general machine learning in science, encoding physical constraints and good development practices. So these are all workshops coming up in about a month. Again, more information on the AMLD website. I would also like to highlight something that we've been working on and that we're now starting, which we call AMLD Conversations. These are one-on-one, in-depth conversations that we'll be having with really world-leading experts, and season pass holders can join live and ask these experts questions directly. And we will begin with two. So one is coming up later this month with Zeynep Tufekci. I'm almost certain that you know her. She's been a speaker in the past AMLD. She's one of the world leading sociologists and profound thinkers of sociological questions in the digital age, but she's also been a key voice in this pandemic, writing articles for The Atlantic, New York Times, and so on. And then a month later, we have Oren Etzioni. He's the CEO of Alan AI. That's also going to be a one-on-one discussion where you can join live as a season pass holder. And more will be announced soon. As always, we're very grateful to our partners. Here's the list. We keep on updating them. We'll also like to welcome Google back to our sponsors. And with that, I think it's time to kick it off. So today is clinical machine learning, and the track organizers have put together a really wonderful program. I'd like to thank them warmly, also on behalf of AMLD, for such an absolutely amazing track day program. Very much looking forward to it. And handing back to you.
Thank you, Marcel. We thank all of you at home for joining the clinical machine learning track. As Marcel said, we have prepared a fantastic program for you with an incredible lineup of speakers. Now, I said we a couple of times, so let me do a proper introduction. My name is Damián Roqueiro, and I'm a senior researcher at the Machine Learning and Computational Biology Lab at ETH Zurich. This track was organized thanks to the efforts and dedication of many members of our lab. I'll mention them at the risk of forgetting someone. Bastian, Felix, Juliane, Sarah, Michael, Christian and Max, and also special thanks to the director of our lab, Professor Karsten Borbart. If you want to know more about who we are, you can check at the bottom of the page in the AMLD website. And if you want to learn more about the work that we do in the lab, just Google MLCB at ETH Zurich. So before we jump to our first talk, and on behalf of the other co-organizers of the track, we want to thank the organizers of AMLD for inviting us to participate today. And special thanks go to Pauline and Sylvain and the incredible technical team that you don't see today, but they are behind the cameras, making sure that you get the best possible stream at home.